Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
And this is World of Remnant for Volume 4, RWBY. And this is the last step we need to do before we start watching Volume 4. It's all the World of Remnants for Volume 4. We're going to watch Vale, we're going to watch Vacuo, Mistral, and Atlas. Those are the four kingdoms.
In that order.
Yeah, in that order. I don't think the order really matters.
But just for your reference, you know which ones we're watching.
Yeah, so
you know which one's going on.
Vale is the one that we have been... it's been set in the whole time. Beacon and everything.
Right.
I know Weiss is from Atlas.
I thought she is going back to Atlas.
Well, she's also going back to Atlas.
Both.
That's where she's from.
Both.
Yeah, it's like... because it's the military, the school, and the government are all like one and the same. I don't know. I think Mistral is where Ruby, Ren, Nora, and Jean are going. It's where they're walking to. And then Vacuo, I think, is far away. It's like a different island or something. I don't know. Isn't that where Sun is from? Sun's from Vacuo?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure
I don't remember anything.
Right. So Vale. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
RWBY, World of Remnant.
Shut up. I'm done doing that.
I'm not.
Well, I'll have to slap
Vale.
Well, school's definitely out.
Hey,
Let's
it's Crow
see
this
if we
time.
can't all learn a little something.
Damn, that voice.
Welcome
Usually
to
it's
the
us
world
been
of
talking.
Remnant.
Or Glinda.
Not
Or not
the best
Glinda.
place to live, but depending on where you're staying, it can get a little easier. You've got towns and villages that pop up as fast as they fall.
Oh.
Faunas have menagerie, but the sweet
Honest.
spots are Vale, Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo. The four kingdoms of the modern era.
Yeah, that's Mistral.
Each one's special in its own little way.
I guess they can't walk to
Let's talk about Vale.
Mistral.
In the grand scheme of things, Vale's pretty well guarded. It rests on the northeastern end of the world's largest continent, Sanus. Like most successful kingdoms, Vale's survival over the years can mostly be attributed to prime real estate. Its front is protected by steep mountains, and its back is against waters too shallow for any real threat to pop out of.
Okay.
Not to say I haven't heard some crazy fish stories. Aside from the main city, which the kingdom's named after, the Vale territory also extends to several neighboring cities farther along the northwest coastline, as well as a small island named Patch. Nice place to raise a family.
That's where
If you're
Ruby and
into that
Yang were
sort of
born,
thing.
or raised.
Of course, all attempts to extend the kingdom's reach past the mountains and farther into the mainland have been colossal failures.
Oh!
But
that's
like I
that torn
said,
down
in the grand scheme
city.
of things, Vale ain't
Oh, yeah,
Volume 2.
regular
Mountain
climate, natural barriers, and some serious border defenses means the citizens of Vale can spend less time worrying about survival and more time just living their lives. Of course, with the fall of Beacon, everyone's a little more worried these days. And they should be.
Ooh. Ooh. So spooky.
Huh.
So,
Interesting. They try to expand, but they can't expand any further.
because
it
of
just
the
fails.
Grimm. I thought like it was Vale and Mistral on the same continent. And that's why Ren and everybody with RWBY were walking there. But I guess they have to take like a boat or an airship to get to Mistral. Unless they're really going to Vacuo and I'm stupid. But I'm pretty sure they're going to Mistral.
Unless they're actually going to Vacuo and you're stupid.
I'm pretty sure they're going to Mistral.
Vacuo now.
Vacuo. Isn't Vacuo like in a desert?
No idea.
Because Sun's all like, the desert, don't get too comfortable, that's my turf too. Vacuo.
Josh.
Now, if there's one
Look at
kingdom that's
Slappy.
had it harder than the people of
Then
Mantle,
shut up.
it's Vacuo, the
Mantle.
last of the four great kingdoms.
Oh, I
The
think
western end
he's
of
talking about
Sanus
last.
was barren and
I
desolate
think we did the wrong order.
But long ago,
So there is an order.
before
Who
man
cares?
ruined everything, it was a paradise. In the center of the vast desert was an oasis unlike anything you'd ever seen. A jungle bursting with natural resources, geographical defenses, and the world's largest recorded deposit of dust. Nomads that survived the journey across the scorching sands settled down in this little hidden gem, and over time the kingdom of Vacuo thrived. Unfortunately, comfort breeds weakness. While the rest of Remnant had to learn and adapt in order to survive, Vacuo's ancient society kicked back and lived a life of complacency.
That explains
But
Sun.
when other, more developed kingdoms set their eyes on everything Vacuo had to offer, its citizens couldn't do anything to
What the
stop them
fuck?
from taking it.
Holy shit.
Years of human conflict,
Race war. You see all those different
unrestricted
colors?
mining, and ecological disasters have changed
Oh,
Vacuo.
shit.
The paradise that was once there is
The fuck
practically
is that?
indistinguishable from
Those
the
Grimm?
surrounding deserts.
Oh, that's the
Citizens
Schnee Dust
live in
Company. That's like
makeshift
the
homes,
symbol.
uprooting and traveling frequently in response to the fleeting resources and occasional attacks from the creatures of Grimm.
Oh, that's sad.
After the Great War, a formal government was finally established. But by that point, the folks living in Vacuo didn't much care to uphold its laws, making Shade Academy the only real source of order in the kingdom. But order isn't everything. Vacuo may not be as prim and proper as the other three kingdoms, but it's still standing. And the people there have a mutual respect for one another. You see, there's really only one unspoken rule in Vacuo. If you can survive here, then you're welcome here.
Wow.
So there you have it.
That sounds like a cool
Vale,
place.
Mistral, Atlas, and Vacuo.
Oh, he's
You
wrapping
know,
up.
Oz would always say that the four kingdoms were a representation of what mankind is capable of when working together. Ever the optimist. We sure could use him now.
Oops. Oh well. So now, I like it. Vacuo sounds like a cool place. It reminds me of like the way they're describing it reminds me of the Fairy Tale Guild because everyone likes to fight. And you know their academy is called Shade. You know, nice shade. Hey! All right, you ready? Mistral.
This is Mistral.
I think if I'm wrong, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm pretty sure that Mistral's school is Haven. If I'm not wrong, I might be wrong.
I get to stop you if you're wrong.
What? No.
I get to slap you if you keep doing that.
Right.
Oh,
Where
he's
were
drinking. He's drinking.
we?
I'm drinking too.
Samus is Remnant's second largest landmass, Anima. That's where you'll find the kingdom of Mistral. Of the four kingdoms, Mistral has the most controlled territory, meaning you'll find a wider variety of ecosystems and lifestyles. Trust me, this place is something for everyone, for better or worse. The high society folks of Mistral are known worldwide for their contributions to fashion, architecture, theater, all the things that make the world pretty and tolerable. But its lower class has got a fame of its own. Mistral's home to the biggest black market on the planet.
Oh, that's
Got
cool.
something that's hard to find, got someone that's hard to kill. They can help, provided you've got the end to pay for it.
Guy's got horns.
There's one common thread that links all these people together, though, and that's their respect for nature, particularly the sea and the sky. The natural resources and geography of the area impacted Mistral's culture and technology in a big way. Its first settlers found shelter high up in the wind.
Flying boats! Look at
And
that.
as their population grew,
Airships.
so did their
dude.
ability to
They got
utilize
sails.
land to its fullest potential. A real bunch of forward thinkers. Of course, the bigger the kingdom, the harder it is to govern. There's a reason traders and thieves flock to Mistral. The main city's right under the council's eye, sure, but places like Windpath and Kuchinashi start to get a little farther out of sight. There's plenty of places to hide in Mistral. That's why you gotta know where to look.
That's pretty cool. So,
Interesting.
yeah, this
no
is
wonder
like,
they're heading to Mistral. It's
Yeah,
bigger.
that's like.
Or
Well,
are they?
well, they're going to. I think they're going to Mistral because Cinder and Emerald and Mercury all claimed to be from Haven when they were at the tournament. So that's why it's like the only lead they got. And I'm interested to see they got the higher class and they got like the lower class, and like it should be cool because when they were like all in Vale these last few volumes, they didn't really interact with the society very much. They all just it was all kind of very self-contained in Beacon. So it might be interesting to see them interact with like go to like a saloon or something, Going Western style.
All right, last one. Atlas.
Tired. Atlas. Atlas is the name of the guy who like holds the world on his shoulders, right? In Greek mythology.
I don't have any.
I suppose it's time we talked about the fine people
I think
at
it was
the
a
top
Titan.
of the world.
He-
Atlas is Remnant's youngest and arguably most successful kingdom, but it's a bit of a special case. See, before the Great War, there was no Atlas. There was Mantle.
oh.
At some point in time, a group of settlers were crazy enough to venture out into the northernmost continent of Solitas. I guess when you're that desperate, a frozen hunk of rock doesn't seem like such a bad place to call home. As a matter of fact, the harsh weather conditions proved to be just as useful as the mountain ranges when it came to keeping the creatures of Grim at bay.
Ha!
It also kept the people of
Yeah,
Mantle.
frozen.
Grimsicles.
Humanity's got a neat trick up its sleeve, though. Whenever we're faced with a problem, our inclination is to find a solution.
Oh, they found
The
dust.
cold climate of Solitas forced its settlers to adapt. They developed a more advanced technology, and they did it faster than the rest of the world. Because
Very
they
nice.
had to survive. But it was
Wow.
the Great War that really kicked things off. New forms of dust application and weaponry allowed Mantle to expand. More and more territory was set aside for dust mining and research. The territory
Very cool.
beside the kingdom's combat school, Alcius, was the most opportune area
Oh,
to construct
thought
a
it was
new
called Atlas.
R&D facility. But by the time things were all said and done, it would be much, much more. Alcius was reopened as Atlas
Auschwitz?
after the
What?
Great War to house many of the
Just kidding.
warriors now seeking guidance in an effort to give back to the citizens. Mantle applied all sorts of new dust techniques and technologies it had used in the war to beef up the Academy's campus.
Very
School
cool.
grounds expanded faster.
Oh, they got
than
floating
you could
rocks.
imagine.
It's like
It
Hogwarts.
even helped to better
Floating
secure
candles.
the surrounding areas. It wasn't long before the kingdom's military moved in. Then the labs and research facilities.
That's Ironwood.
Eventually, even residential
the Band-Aid.
areas started popping up. In time, it became apparent that the city of Mantle was living in Atlas' shadow. And so the decision was made to move the kingdom's capital. Mantle was old news, and the kingdom of Atlas was born. A golden age of prosperity, they called it. But those left behind in Mantle would probably tell you that it was the coldest winter they ever knew.
I keep bumping the leg of the table and shaking everything. I feel like I just took a history lesson. Oh, the Great War and the Four Kingdoms.
Behold the history of an alternate dimension. Remnant.
It kind of reminds me of Middle Earth.
Alright, so I think we learned a lot.
Well, they didn't really further the plot.
Well, now we understand the
Well, at least we got like a feel for where Ruby and the gang are going. Oh, there was something in the first one, Vale. They mentioned like he said the faunuses. What's the plural?
Faunus.
It's just fauna. All right. They have a little island, kind of like Australia. It looked like in the same position Australia is on the map. They have like menagerie. I thought that was interesting. I didn't know they had like their own little island. At least we got like a feel for where they're going.
We got,
But-
we also learned more about the other.
But how are they going to get there? Boats? Planes? Boat planes like we saw, flying boats?
Josh, those are airships.
They look like boats, dude. They had sails.
That's what an airship is.
Is it like those...
It's not a literal airship. Airships, are airships even?
You think that could, though?
That's an airship.
Doesn't have a sail on it.
Yes, Josh, because because Remnant and Earth are all matchy-match.
I'm just going to keep calling them flying boats.
I'm gonna love when I finally get to slap you.
Hey, never go happen, Jace. We've been doing this for a year. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Josh.
Sorry, I'm Jace.
We will see you guys in Volume 4. Yeah. Put your fingers up. Put the rest of your fingers up. Yeah. Too many fingers. Stop it. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Bye.